I'm on my way to an appointment now. I'm still in the train, so I have time to record this video, so that's why you see me in a train setting. Look, I want you, my subscribers, to be informed and educated. I don't want you to just follow my videos and give likes and give lovely comments. I enjoy your lovely comments. I see it as encouragement, but what I want more than that is for you to be educated spiritually. That's what I want. So in this video, I'm going to give you a scenario. And of course you'll watch the video so you get the answer anyway. But pause the video for a moment and to think about what I'm the example I'm about to give, and then continue watching the video. Just a short assignment to you. There is this bank in Nicaragua. Just a small bank. And they are sued for terrorism. Then you may think, what? There are no terrorist groups active in Nicaragua. Yet the bank is sued. How come that bank is sued? I'll pause here and watch the video later, because I'm going to give you the answer now. The bank was sued for terrorism not because they were involved in terror. They were sued for terrorism due to their association with bank accounts at their bank that were used for money laundering to sponsor terrorism elsewhere. Because you had a terror group somewhere in Southeast Asia, and there was this accountant from Indonesia that was part of the terror group. He moved to Latin America, and he found out that it's very easy to open a bank account in Latin America if you are a Roman Catholic. So he faked being a Roman Catholic. He used some of their drug money to purchase a small apartment in Nicaragua, and he opened a bank account because, well, you live there, you reside there. Sorry, I had to pause for a moment, but okay. So he explained, I live here, I reside here, so I need to have a bank account. And he faked being this manager for some foreign corporation. So he opened this account at that bank in Nicaragua, and he made fake invoices to justify the amount of money that came in. And from that bank account, that business account, money was transferred to other accounts in Europe where people use it for purchasing arms, for hiring mercenaries. So by doing this, he used a loophole in Latin America to sponsor the illegal thing or criminal thing he was doing. And this bank was sued for what this terrorist was doing. But it wasn't the bank itself doing it, but the bank was used in doing it. And because it happened for more than 5 years, the authorities, both in Nicaragua as well as authorities from the United States and all the other countries affected, realized, okay, it has been more than 5 years. Someone that worked at a bank should have realized, okay, something doesn't end up here. How can this guy from Indonesia come here? He works for a foreign corporation, and this foreign corporation they earn so much money each month. Something's not right there. Why is the money that comes in used to purchase services in Europe? Why are they using Latin America as a hub, even though they can transfer money directly to Europe? So in this case, the bank, due to its association, it got into trouble. I want you to capture this. Such things happen in the world. It doesn't only happen with banks, it also happens with corporations. If you work for a company, whether it's an insurance company or whether it's just at a supermarket, if you are involved with practices that are either forbidden or taboo in that society, likely they will fire you or find a way to get rid of you. Why? Because having you around will affect the image communists have of that company. And also the branch of which that company is a part will also be affected. So it's not just about the individual, it's also about the impact an individual has. So, associations have power. I'm not talking about the groups that come together that we call associations, just association in general. It has power. You are affected by the people you associate with. Whether you're a believer or unbeliever, you are affected by your associations. If you have 5 associations who are all broke, they're all stuck in a cycle of poverty, then you'll be the 6th one that's broke. If you have 5 associates who are all wealthy and we're all innovating all the time, then sooner or later you'll be the 6th one being wealthy and innovative. Why is that? As a human being, you are a vulnerable creature. You are a spirit being. Okay, you are a spirit being, but you are a spirit being without power of your own. So you can become powerful in a group. That's what you're meant to do as a social creature. But even as part of a group, you ought to get your individual backup from the Holy Spirit, because then the group is safe. But if you have a group where people come together and they're under a paranormal cover, that is some type of security, but it's paranormal. In any case, as human being, you don't have a power source from yourself. You don't. You get it elsewhere. You should get it from Christ. But if you don't know Christ, then the only thing you're left with are familiar spirits or evil spirits. So, if you have a group of people, and you're part of that group, but people in that group, they rely on evil spirits, then sooner or later, without you being aware of it, because you're not doing it on purpose, it's something that happens unconsciously. So you don't even notice that it's happening. You acclimatize to the company you have. So if you have a group, you're part of that group, and all the people there are relying on evil spirits, sooner or later you'll be relying on evil spirits too. You may not go to a fortune teller. You may not agree with obvious things that go against Christ. But when you are upset and you're uncomfortable and you're in a group where people tend to seek relief and relief works, then without you being aware of it, you become comfortable with seeking relief. Even though you intentionally don't want to seek relief, you begin to do it. And you don't even know where you're doing it. So now you are affected by that group. Without you being aware, you've been affected. So if that group relies on evil spirits, so if they are involved in fortune telling, you'll be getting along with fortune telling. Not consciously, but by your association. So that's how generational wealth works also. Generational wealth, okay, let me explain. Often people talk about generational curses. You also have generational wealth. For example, if your grandfather was blessed and he started his own business and he expanded socially, then his children, meaning your parents, were affected by his prosperity. And because your grandfather taught them the right attitudes, how to deal with prosperity and which dangers to avoid, they now are using the knowledge their father transferred onto them. They did it, and now you're affected by it. That's why that's why you didn't have that much financial difficulty while growing up. So that's generational wealth. A generational curse is when there's a defect or dysfunction that's being transferred from generation to generation. Generational curses are often unconscious because you're not aware it's a defect and dysfunction that you've been conditioned into. Generational wealth, at the other hand, is something you're conscious of, is something you work on. So, if you want to remain in prosperity, you're saved anyway because you're born again, so that cannot be changed, but you ought to walk in prosperity. You ought to surround yourself with people who are prosperity minded. People that call themselves broke, you can't move. You can say hi to them, you can have a short conversation with them, but you can't get along on long term with them. No, you can't. Because they're thinking in poverty. Poverty is what they're holding on to. For you to operate in prosperity, have people around you who are prosperity minded. So if you're going through a financial hardship now, someone that's prosperity mind will tell you, okay, this is just an incident, it's something that happens now. So the fact that they're motivating you by seeing it as a temporal incident already motivates you. It calms you down. And because you calm down, now you can look at the situation more carefully and say, oh, I only have a deficit of 300 euros. Okay, where did it went wrong? Oh, I spent too much here. Why did I spend too much there? So now you're examining. So now next month, it doesn't happen again. But now you realize, okay, but now I'm going from paycheck to paycheck. I only have one source of income. If something happens to this one source of income, I'm screwed. So I don't want that to happen. So you begin to look for multiple incomes, small incomes, even if just 20 or 30 euros a month, you look for multiple incomes. Because once you have multiple incomes, now you can empower those streams, and the streams become bigger. So someone that's prosperity minded would cheer you on, said, yes, do that. And they would even pray for you and decree and declare on your behalf for the things to work. But someone that's poverty minded, they would say, oh there, you lack 200 euros on your account, oh there, you may get homeless, you may get sick, if you lose that job, man, so what happens? They are decreeing and declaring your doom instead of looking for a way to help you out by empowering you. So the type of people you have around matter. There is this phrase in the world called guilty by association. The world is in the negative, so they use negative terms. I have a better one. Blessed by association. I want you, believe, to be blessed by association. Yes, you have to deal with worldly people because you're in the world, straight up. But do not be yoked with them. Make sure you have other believers around you who are also prosperity minded. And if you have to deal with worldly people, at least be around worldly people who are a bit open-minded to receive better, who are willing to want better. Because someone that doesn't want better, they won't tolerate you having it better either. Someone who's not interested in solutions, they will not tolerate solutions for anyone else. Because if they would support solutions for someone else, but they persist in toxicity, that's going to show their toxicity. They don't want that. They don't want this confrontation. So they want you to be just as toxic as they are, so that they are at ease. And if you don't get along with that, they turn on you. I've spoken about this a lot on this channel. So make sure you have believers around you who are prosperity minded. And if you have to deal with unbelievers, at least be around unbelievers who are open-minded to receive better. Because an unbeliever who is open-minded to receive better is a better company than a so-called believer who attends church, but they're not renewed in their mind. Okay? So, be blessed by association. Agree with Christ.